Bees in crisis here in Delaware. Good evening. I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with concerns over the native bee population here in Delaware. Native bee populations in the first state have been declining. Our meteorologist Alex Seymour is taking a closer look at why we're seeing these losses and what we can do to help save the bees.
A native sweat bee gathers pollen from a flower of a foxglove beard tongue, while a native two-spotted bumblebee feeds off the nectar of a nine-bark shrub. Scenes like these are becoming less and less common. In fact, native bees are being threatened by a wide range of attacks.
The big ones are habitat loss, habitat fragmentation, habitat degradation, climate change, and pesticides.
These threats are having such a big impact on Delaware's native bees that 11 species native to Delaware are considered species of greatest conservation need. These native bees play a vital role in our ecosystem's health, so it's a big deal if we were to lose them.
Native bees are incredibly important, and that's because there are many species that are specialist bees that will only forage on one or a few species of plants, and without those native bees, those plant species would not be able to spread and reproduce.
So what should we do? How can you help? Turns out we can all do our part to protect these native bees by just taking a few simple steps.
Habitat connectivity is a very important thing. If you put a little tiny pollinator garden in your front yard, it may not seem like a lot of habitat, but it might be enough to provide a corridor to connect pollinators to another patch of habitat.
Native bees play such an important role in maintaining the health of our ecosystem, so it's important that we all take steps to save the bees. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Milton, Coast TV News.
And Delaware is committed to protecting our buzzing friends through the state's beekeeping law. The legislation appoints a state apiarist to oversee bee health. This includes inspecting hives and promoting beekeeping education. According to state law, all honeybee colonies, they need to be registered and inspected. The state supports beekeepers with services like swarm removal, pollination, and a free pesticide application notification system that's called BeeCheck. And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know what should be prioritized when it comes to saving the bees. Let's take a look at the updated results from earlier in the news hour. And it's still your leader here, habitat protection. That's number one. We have seen a little bit of a decline in limit development. Everything else you can go ahead and still check out here. If you want to vote, go to coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.